You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show.
You got it locked with D.HALL on the weekend, baby. Ready?
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the number one, undisputed, top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D.HALL.
Jay York production.
Hello to everybody. Hello to you. Glad to see y'all on today. I am your host, D.HALL, the D.HALL People Show. Wow, good to see everybody today. It's another Sunday, man. We've got a guest on today. We're talking to the man today, the founder of the Celebrate Boxing. Glad to see y'all on. We're gonna talk with him for the next 30 minutes. We're gonna learn a lot. The big shows he's got going on and all that. But first and foremost, I want to thank my Heavenly Father for letting me come on and be able to be a part of what you're watching today. And as we normally do, this video is the works and talk of discussion. This is an online talk show that educates adult audiences. Parental advisory is advised. Some things may not be censored for children. Editors are not edited. Lives are not edited for children. So if you don't mind, watch your kids and be careful. Share the video one time if you will. I'm just trying to get things together here, and we're gonna bring my man in. I know y'all been waiting on this the whole weekend, and we've got him here live on the D.HALL People Show. Let me get my man in here right now. Here we go. What's up, my guy?
Okay.
What's up, my guy?
Johnny, what's up? Thanks for having me on, my man. I couldn't wait to do this show for you.
I'm glad you're here, and it's a blessing to see you always. First time, but hope many more times that we have. But before we go any further, I want you to tell the people who you are and where you're from, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm Damon Feldman, former undefeated professional boxer, owner, creator, CEO of Celebrity Boxing, and just a guy that's going after his dreams.
There you go, man. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Guy going after his dreams, and we all have those.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk here for the next 30 minutes, man. We're gonna put everything we can into this conversation that we can. But I want everybody to know who you are, because people don't know who you are. And about your history and how you started, and talk about your life and how you was raised up. But before we do that, before we start, I want to say once again, thank you for coming on the show. But let's talk about
My pleasure.
let's talk about your life as a kid. You had your mother and father, but explain to me a little bit, Damien, how things came up for you as a young man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate this. And basically I was a young guy. My mom and dad. My dad was a boxing trainer, trained several world champions. My mom was a woman from Oklahoma. They got together, they met in Philadelphia and got married. Basically, things didn't go the right way, but me and my brother were born. And long story short, my mom got injured outside the, freakish accident, and broke her neck, and she became quadriplegic in a wheelchair. And from there, my dad was a trainer. He had his house. It was like a boxing training camp. And, Frank the Animal Fletcher and Anthony Two Gun Fletcher raised us. And, wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And yeah, it was a crazy upbringing, but boxing,
Yeah.
was therapy for my life.
Wow, boxing. Yeah, and you know what? And as I begin to look back at your history, you at the age of 10, you and your brother David, y'all. That's when things started for y'all. At the age of 10, because you was in a, you know what, you at the age of 10, a young kid. I know you was young. Did because you wasn't there all the time with your parents. You was in a foster home, was you? Somewhere around
Yeah.
there?
Well, we live with like friends of the family. I live with a few different type families. Then Frank and Anthony helped raise us. Yeah, man, it was a little crazy. We lived with different families, and because my mom was a quadriplegic in a wheelchair, she had to go back to Oklahoma, and she couldn't stay there with us. And then we ended up going to living with all these different families. And then Frank the Animal Fletcher and Anthony Two Gun Fletcher raised us once my dad came back into our life and was helping us out. Like, wasn't out of our life, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted us to live with other people so we could have their normal life, going to school and have a family
School.
around us.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we've never really had like my mom in my life, and it's sad sometimes, but other people have it worse. But it was a learning experience, and definitely a
yeah,
journey in life.
yeah. The journey in life, yeah, and because you came up like like in a different way. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, you came up in a different way, and you was raised by different people. And that's really tough because you're not raised by one. You're raised by different people, but you made it through.
yeah, no, definitely, man. And not only just different people, I learned the culture. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a regular white guy. You know what I mean? Like, I, I the African American black community. I don't want to cut around corners, man. The black community raised me, and
Yeah,
you know, through boxing, like the Rev is my uncle. He's an older black guy, man. He's my dad's
yeah,
best friend, and the going up through that and seeing what everything is now today is sad, but
yeah,
man,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I live with all kinds of different avenues of
Cultures.
people, cultures,
Yeah,
from
yeah. You
Italian, Irish, the black community, but the black, like Frank the Animal Fletcher, Anthony Two Gun Fletcher, two African American fighters.
yeah.
But for them, I won't be where am right now.
Wow. So that means you ate pork chops and collard greens and all that good stuff.
Hold it. My favorite was gizzard. Gizzard.
Again.
When I was a kid, it's funny you brought that up, man, because when I was like 13 years old, I used to come out of the gym in Southwest Philly, and I couldn't wait to get chicken gizzards. They were unbelievable. I mean, now I probably wouldn't even put them next to mine. You
I,
know what I mean?
I,
But, yeah, the whole food was crazy, man. It was
I know it. Man. All right, what's happening, y'all? I want to shout out some people that's just coming in here. I love my people. Uh, First and foremost, I want to say hello to Brandon Laskley. He is a ring announcer and totally is one of the top ring announcers that I know. Just local, Brandon Laskley. Good to see you. Tony Burgess, my man, out of Spring Lake, North Carolina, owns the Burgess Boxing and Fitness Gym out of Spring Lake, North Carolina. Good friend of mine. We conversate off and on. Good guy. Love to see him. Love seeing him coming on because he's
all,
a James.
all the guys in North Carolina, man, come out. Celebrity Boxing's coming there. We're shooting for the fall. Looking to connect with some good people out in North Carolina, and we're looking to bring a cool event out there. Charlotte.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep. Jay York. Jay York is on there. Jay York is the my guy, the other half of the program, the producer, the promo guy, the do it all man for me behind the scenes and makes me look good and did your promos for you. He's watching
Nice.
also. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, he's watching also. Hey, man, you started boxing. What age was that when you started boxing? Damien?
I started when I was 5 years old, but I had my first match when I was 12 years old, amateur, and I won the Junior Olympic Championships. I lost in the finals of the National Junior Olympic Championships, and then I took off until I turned professional at 19.
Okay. You turned professional in 19. A lot of people don't know your father was a middleweight fighter. Uh,
Yeah,
your father was a middleweight fighter, and he had a hell of a name. The name, the Hammer of Thor. Wow, that I'm gonna tell you, that's a hell of a name, man. That's a powerful name. But yeah, your father was a middleweight fighter, and a lot of people didn't know that. But yeah, you got, and your brother is what is he's the owner of the founder of the Bare
bare,
Knuckle.
bare knuckle fighting championships. He has a pretty good company going now.
Yeah.
He does this thing, I do mine.
Okay, great. That's good. That's good, and I love to get him on too. Also, a lot of people don't know you was featured in Sports Illustrated. God
Yep.
knows Sports Illustrated is so old, but it's still around. And you was in 1983. You was recognized for the second round KO, and you won the Philadelphia Junior uh,
So
Junior
yeah,
Olympics. Yeah.
yeah.
How did you feel at age 13?
And that was like unbelievable feeling, winning the junior Olympic championships. Because all I ever wanted to do was do it for my dad. I was always like, I wanted to be a world champion for my dad. It was my dad. That's all I wanted to do. He was the guy who raised me in my life. Like after, going through a trauma, and being able to get in the ring, I did what he did. And I remember, wanting to give him that little gold medal.
Yeah, got you. Brandon Lasky, he's got a comment. He said, "I wanted to have a opportunity to announce for celibate boxing." So my question for Damien: how can I announce for celibate boxing? I have what it takes. I'm hungry for opportunities. He's one.
Where's he from?
I think he's from Arkansas. Brandon, you're from Arkansas, correct? I think he's from Arkansas.
That's actually where my mom was from, Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Yeah. I think he's in that area. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're signed to a guy right now, but there's always opportunities of hosting and stuff like that. Just, timing's everything and where it is.
Totally.
Depending
Yeah.
if it's a TV production, if it's not, who they're going to approve and stuff. But hey, CEO at officialcelebrityboxing.com, and I'll pass it off to just people on the team, see what they can do. I mean,
There you
I
go,
don't roll
Brandon.
anybody out, man. I never roll anybody out. I'm an underdog. And I made it.
There you go, Brandon. He just gave you that information right there. So look it up, brother, and get in contact with the people that you need to get in contact with. Uh, you like I said, you was at age 19, you turned professional, and you got your win. What was it like at the age 19 to be a professional boxer?
Man, it was a feeling I can't even explain, because the feeling to get in the ring and did something my dad did too, that was just unbelievable. After I scored a fast knockout, looked down at him, kissed threw a kiss at him, and I was tears in my eyes, and I knew he had tears in his eyes, and
Yeah.
it was a feeling
Wow.
that I can always look back on. Even though I was an undefeated professional fighter, I stopped undefeated. I got out at the right time, because a lot of these guys stay in it too long.
Long, yeah.
Tough for that guy. So,
What was your record again?
I was 9-0.
9-0. Okay, 9-0. 9-0. So you left the field, you got out of there, and you somehow or another, you got into promoting, you got into
Yeah.
building something.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like when I got out of my boxing career, I never in my life would thought to be a promoter. It just happened that way. And for owning this company, Celebrity Boxing, I just ran into a radio DJ and a TV weatherman. I was like, "What do you guys think about doing a celebrity boxing match?" Two different, I was on a radio show talking to him.
Yeah.
Got the guy to agree to fight the NBC weatherman. Next thing you know, I did celebrity boxing. It was big here in Philly. And then I got a call from Dick Hart Productions, Sandy Grossman, and they brought me out there. They put together celebrity boxing on Fox.
Wow.
2 episodes, and I just kept it going, man. I
Kept it going.
worked on Fox though, because the guys didn't want to listen, and I'm being upfront. They just didn't want to listen. I had this goal and dream and vision of it in my mind, and kept it going, man. And that's
You
where I'm at
did.
now, and I'm getting there. Yep.
Yeah, you did. Your first event was in Philadelphia. The first event you ever had, between two guys. I can't remember their name, but I was reading about that. And
John Bellaris,
Yes.
Weatherman, and Diego Ramos. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that. It was interesting.
Look, you did your first show, but it was back. I think it was back in 1997, and then from there you went on in 2003. That's what seemed like everything kicked off for you in 2003. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, 2002 was when the ones were on Fox and all, but yeah, man, it was just like, I got in so young. I was like 21 years old, and I had no clue what I was doing. I was just put this together. My
Yeah.
career was done. I was like, what am I going to do? And that's it. I just grinded nonstop.
Right. 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 Wow. Wow. Um, you had a lot of people. You had brought a lot of people on, and some of the people I'm getting ready to name off.
Yeah.
And I want to know, how did you get these people like Rodney King and Joy Buffante the Amy Fisher, Jose Canseco, Lamar Odom? Man, how did you approach these people to get these people to come on, man?
You know what? After the Fox event, I met a lot of people when I was out in LA, and I just, threw it together. I hooked up with this multi-billionaire. The guy didn't pay me, but he wanted to put something crazy together, and I thought it was going to be the way to my future. But it
Right,
was
with the
a different way. I didn't make the money, but I got the opportunity,
exposure.
and
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Got
it
this.
solidified me as a celebrity boxing guy. And then I just kept it going. Small shows. I basically was really just making a living. Then the
Yeah.
pandemic happened. I signed Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. It just took everything to another world.
Wow. I want to say hello to Sh- Shantice Lachelle from she's from Thunder and Blues. She's another host out of that Midwest up there. She's a host,
I,
but she's on and she's watching. She does a lot of music artists and stuff like that.
I was
She's
talk to
yeah
her. And
yeah
we do, celebrity boxing music's debuting and celebrity boxing comedy too, where, the ring's the platform, the stage
right.
platform now. So real excited about that.
Great, great. As I said, yeah, she's sharing the video right now. She just heard what you said. She's sharing it and giving us a bunch of hearts and all that good stuff. Thank you for
Go,
coming
girl,
in.
go.
I know that's right. The more the merrier, y'all. Come on in. Look, man, you got a lot of stuff going on. You got June the 17th coming up. You got Roy Jones and Indio Champ
Yeah.
coming up the end of the month. Wow, man. Look, let's talk about June the 17th, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Man, great card, a lot of different people on there. And one of my favorite guys, and I had him on a couple of months ago, was Paul Capuste. I think I said that name
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my guys. Look, you put the show together. What you looking forward to about the show? What's the
Forward to it's going to be, it's a tryout event, so it's all regular guys getting their chance and stepping up, and it's to move forward, and it's just a cool event. We have like
Yeah.
Peter Guns, the rapper, is going to be there hosting, and former Philadelphia Eagle Hollis Thomas will be in the house, and
right?
just more, the music starting. Then we go off to the comedy, but it's going to be a really cool event this Saturday, June 17th. Then off to Roy Jones.
Ron Jones. Yeah. Yeah, because you got you got the father and son on there fighting too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
Paul Beauty is a good guy. He did a fight for me like 20 years ago when I started. He brought a huge crowd, and he was just a good personality, man. Cool
good
dude.
person? Yeah, yeah.
Wanted to get it going, and I gave him a shot, and I gave him a shot again to make it happen. And now he's fighting for Celebrity Boxing Continental America's super middleweight title.
Yeah. Well, I hope he wins. Great guy. Is this the first time you ever had the father and son on? I mean,
I think that's the first time ever, like on a card, no matter what. But it's interesting, man. His son's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. They'll battle it out.
yeah,
It's just Father's Day weekend, man. It's the day is Father's Day.
yeah. Father's Day weekend. Correct. Talk about Roy Jones and Indio Champ. Man, how did you put that together? How did you get Roy?
I'm glad you're bringing this up, Donnie, because this is why you never quit, never surrender.
Right.
Totally got this opportunity to do this match. It was a couple of people I know in crypto, and they were all behind it. Then all of a sudden, crypto crashed. I was thinking, how am I going to make this happen, man? I already signed NDO. I already signed Roy Jones. I was like, man, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
I just kept pushing away, and the guy Tusev stepped up, and they backed this fight, and where it's coming together. Like, it's crazy. Like, that a year ago, I didn't have to keep going with it. Now June 30th, history comes. His first
Yeah.
ever metaverse match. They battle it out in the metaverse, and it's going to be filmed by different captures of
Right.
digital platforms, and it's going to be great. It's in the Galaxy Arena on Fight TV,
Fight
June
TV.
30th at 9 p.m. Yep.
Wow. I mean, that's awesome, man. And then on top of that, you got a fight deal.
Yeah, man. It's pretty surreal. Like, that deal with Fight TV Triller, which is really big. So what we're doing is we're also going to be showcasing the artists, the recording artists, showcase comedians, give them their chance, because not everybody can fight, but it will
Right.
give them a chance to step in the ring, and the ring's the stage, and they can perform. I just have this whole thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. I know nothing about except for boxing. So,
But you know what? You opening doors. That's what you're doing.
love it, man.
And
Yep.
when you open up doors, you bring in different people of different things and talents, shall I say, and that's what you're doing. You're a connoisseur, man. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it's all about making it happen, all that. And just like meeting you, I'll tell you, like, I get a lot of offers to do different podcasts, but I'm not going to do any podcasts. Something about you, your persona, man. Like, I was drawn to you, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're a nice guy, like,
Yeah,
real, and it wasn't you just throwing something together. I mean, you took pride in making sure we, the other day we tested
yeah,
it. We
yeah.
did this. Your perfectionism was just unbelievable. And I already been there with myself. I was a reckless guy. You know what I mean? But I was totally was.
Well, I thank you for that, man. We take pride, me and Jay, in what we do here on the D.HALL
Not
People Show.
good,
And
man. I wish I could have showed. I know it's live, but I wanted to show it on all the platforms. But I'm going to share it definitely.
sure, man. Tell me what you need. We'll get it to you, brother.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
Want to say hello to Jackie Bowers. Jackie Bowers is up around your way, New Jersey. Good to
Oh, yeah.
see you. Good to see you, Jackie. Thank you for coming in and being a part of what we're doing right now with my man, Damon Field,
Yeah.
CEO of Celebrant Boxing. Look, I heard you the other day. I could not believe what you said. Floyd Mayweather, let's get it on. You
Listen, look, Floyd's fighting all these guys. Like, I'm not taking anything away from these guys, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
way better than them. I have more experience. I have more to sell, man. I'm the owner of Celebrity Boxing, and I'm undefeated. So
Yeah.
that makes for a big match. And hey, I'm just throwing my hat in there. Get the right investors. Fun match. Floyd's good. I mean, look, Floyd Mayweather, but
Yeah.
I'm a Philly guy, and I feel like I could outpunch him. Yeah, definitely.
Philly fighters, man. I want to say hello to Nouvelle Will. I think Nouvelle's over out of the UK. If I'm not correct, I think I got that right. But I just saw so many people coming here, and I can't remember all where they're from. But good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. We're gonna talk a little bit about some fights. I want to talk a little bit about some fights. What do you think about the Crawford Spence fight coming up?
Yeah,
Pretty
man.
soon?
Well, that's way overdue. It should have been done. It's going to be a good fight. I think Crawford's going to win. I think Spence is a great fighter, but he's been through a lot, man.
Yeah.
There's crazy accidents. That's not a joke. This is like going through wars in boxing. Like, he was in serious accidents, and he's definitely a great fighter. I just think Crawford has the edge just because he's an, he's an animal. That's all there is to it, man. He's never had the problems that Spence had. And Spence fights, no doubt, but it's timing's everything. Just like when Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Floyd would have beat him anyway, anytime. But yeah, I think Crawford wins.
Okay, great. I want to touch back a little bit on a fight that happened a few weeks ago. I don't know if you saw the Devin Haney Lomachenko fight. It was, and this is my opinion. But first, let me hear yours. Let me hear what you thought of that, because that was really,
Well, the thing is, people make it look like, oh my God, Loma won. It was close, man. It was a close fight, and it's because Devin Haney didn't knock him out. Just because Devin Haney didn't, beat him more decisively than Tefino Lopez did.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Listen, it's not a big deal. I mean, Devin Haney could fight. Maybe an off night. Like Devin Haney's a great fighter, man. And I respect him and his dad. The way they were getting. Lomachenko did great. Look, he's a former champion.
Yeah.
But that's it. A rematch. Haney definitely destroys him.
Yeah, okay. And this is something I think, this is my opinion on that fight because I looked at it and I looked at it several times. First of all, you got to beat the champion.
Right.
You gotta take it to the champion.
Sure.
If you go a decision, most of the time the champion is going to get it. That's from what I've seen. If you prove every round, or at least 10 of those rounds,
Yeah.
You want it, you're gonna get that victory.
Yeah, you got to look at also. Remember, listen. Everybody's like, because Tank Davis is the animal now. I mean, he's the face of boxing now. They're like, and they were always talking. Devin Haney's the next guy in, all that. But the bottom line is, yeah, he's the next guy in. So he had a tough fight. That doesn't mean he got beat. It's all vision. You know what I mean? They're saying, oh, he didn't fight. He didn't do this. It was a close fight, but don't rule him out. He's still the undisputed lightweight champion.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, as they say, styles makes fights. You know what I'm saying? And I started to think, and then we're going to move on. I was thinking to myself, I said, a lot of people say, well, the next Devin Haney should fight. This is just my opinion, but Devin Haney should fight Gervonta. But let me tell you what. Sometimes guys rise to the occasion. Guys rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? So they was talking about how Gervonta may beat him, but I'm gonna tell you something. Guys rise up, man. Guys changes. I'm telling you, styles make fights. I'm telling you.
Definitely. And that's why, like Lomachenko, like that, he rose to the occasion for that fight with Haney. I can't see him rising to the occasion anymore.
Right.
Not older, but he's already been through his big fights, wars, hot attitude.
Right, exactly. Okay, great. Look, man, this has been tremendous. I don't want to hold you up. I just wanted to say that I thank you for coming on and sharing what you got going on with us and me and Jay, your productions. Any questions that you want to ask me?
Actually, I'm interested in how you got started into doing your podcast, man. I'm excited. I'm proud of you. You do very professional, man.
Well, I just everybody's got a talent, and to sum it all up, I like theater. I wanted to be in theater, but and as I said before, I lived in Michigan. Me and my best friend, he was a fighter. So, and I always he would come watch me in plays, and I would go watch him fight. And so I said, as I said, if you make it, we're gonna go this thing together. We're gonna go to the rise to the top. If I make it, you're gonna go with me. So that started everything for me, right there. I was talented. I was on stage before, in Michigan, and I could have went to the University of Detroit, but I was young. I was out in the streets like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I just took the talent that I had and I changed it because of my grandfather. My grandfather was on the air for over 30 some years, and I just listened to him and watched him how he maneuvered around. Right. So I said, man, I can do that. That's easy. And all I needed was structure. And that's when my man Jay York came in and he structured me and put me, said, this is how we're going to do this thing. So, and that's how it all began for me. That's how it all began.
Well, everybody needs a little push and the right people, and they can go anywhere. But okay, I do have one question for you.
Come on.
Are we going to see Donnie Hall in celebrity boxing?
Put me up against another announcer. Yeah.
All right. That's what I was going to ask you next. So if you were to step in the ring, what celebrity would you want to take on?
Oh wow. I got to think about that one, brother. I got to think about that one.
Who you would want to step? Well, you definitely want to get you involved with when we do this North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there for that. I want to be a part of that. Me and Jay, we definitely want to be a part of that. And we thank you for wanting us to be a part of what you're doing. Sure. When you bring it to Charlotte, when you bring it to Charlotte, we definitely want to be a part of that. For sure. Cool. This is it for you. I want to ask you this, and then we're gonna close the show, man. What does the D.HALL People Show and Jay York Productions mean to you?
I like that. I love these things. Well, basically, it means a lot to me because you ask the right questions. You your professionalism is top notch. Like, everything from checking everything. All this, and you're always, in me and my business, because I've done from Wendy Williams to Howard Stern, on and on. You don't know what they're going to ask, this and that,
Right.
they were never fair with me. Some of them, but it's just, you're a professional guy, man, and
Yeah.
it means a lot to me, because I don't like to do too many shows that it's going to be rambling on. You asked all the right questions, and
Thank you.
Honored to be on your show.
Well, I appreciate you, man. And for those people that I haven't hollered out your name and said anything,
Right.
sometimes I can't see everybody. So I want to say thank y'all for joining us, me and Damien today. It's been an honor, it's been a privilege to be with this man. Hopefully, I'll see him later on this year when they do the show in Charlotte, whatever month that may be. But it's been a blessing, it's been an honor to have you on the program, and we thank you. We thank you, brother.
I appreciate you having me, man. Thank you.
Okay, man. We'll catch you next time, Dame.
Bye-bye.
All right, brother. Take care. There you go, y'all. Wow. I want to say to y'all, I don't know, and I'm trying to see people, and I thank y'all for coming in. Some of y'all, I may not, like I said, I may not have saw you, but I want to thank you for stopping by and watching us talk a little bit, me and Damien. Truly a man of many knowledgeable things that he does, and I really thank him for coming on. Look, we'll see you next Sunday. I got Lisa McClendon. She's the sister of the two-time middleweight champion Gerald McClendon. We'll be talking with her about our organization. Look, we'll see y'all. I got to get out of here. I thank y'all for stopping by. Tony Burgess, Jackie Bowers, Brandon Laskley. Good to see y'all. Thank you. Thank everyone. Like I said, I may not have, seen everybody, but I just want to thank y'all for being here and watching the show. Thank you so much.
You are in the mix with D.HALL and the People's Show.
You got it locked with D.HALL on the weekend, baby. Ready?
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the number one, undisputed, top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D.HALL.
Jay York Production.